If you're a true Liverpool fan, subscribe to Anfield Signal. Trent Alexander-Arnold sent message over Real Madrid role after transfer warning. Trent Alexander-Arnold left Liverpool in 2025 to join Real Madrid, but he has struggled for consistency so far in Spain thanks to mixed form and a couple of injuries. Former Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold made his first start under new head coach Alvaro Arbeloa this weekend as Real Madrid beat Real Sociedad by 4-1. Los Blancos moved ahead of Barcelona and into top spot in La Liga, though Hansi Flick's side plays Girona later today and could retake the lead with a victory. Alexander-Arnold played an hour and set up Gonzalo Garcia's opener after 5 minutes. "I can't say I'm surprised," Arbeloa said via beIN Sports. "He is a very intelligent boy, who understands the game very well and quickly understands what we want from him. He is not the typical fullback who will always be wide, but he can also play inside. For us, we are lucky to have a player like that. Having Gonzalo in the area, he could look for crossing situations. He's a great player, I'm not going to discover him now. I'm happy that he continues to get more minutes, get into a rhythm and find the best version of himself." So far this season, Alexander-Arnold has only started 6 La Liga games due to a mixture of inconsistent form and several injury issues that have kept him sidelined. Earlier this week, the Spanish outlet Defensa Central reported that AS Roma's Wesley Franca is being lined up to come in and play right back for Real Madrid next season. While it wouldn't be to replace Alexander-Arnold, it would be to succeed Dani Carvajal. Franca could add some extra competition in the same position. Carvajal is said to be unhappy with a more limited role in the team and his contract is set to expire in the summer. He was left out of the Real Madrid matchday squad recently as it took on Valencia. "I don't need to explain the importance of Dani," Arbeloa said after that game. "He's the one who always has something to say before and after matches. It's very important for the players to have a reference like him in the dressing room, and I'm sure he's going to find his best form. With the patience and effort we're putting in and his dedication, I'm confident that he's getting closer to regaining his relevance." Anfield Signal says Alexander-Arnold will be a success in Spain. "It's been a slowish start for him, but his ability level is high enough for him to do well there. Once his fitness returns to normal, his quality is unquestionable." Former Liverpool star eats humble pie over Milos Kerkez criticism. Liverpool left-back Milos Kerkez has been in good form lately, impressing after his $54 million, £40 million, transfer move to Anfield from Bournemouth last summer. Milos Kerkez has seemingly found his feet at Liverpool in recent weeks, stepping up his performance levels in the majority of recent games, including against Brighton at the weekend. After he made a slowish start to life on Merseyside, it didn't take long for some criticism to head his way. Only a few months on, several pundits who were too quick to judge him are having to eat their words. "Listen, I have been critical of Kerkez, and I think for the majority of this season he's been a problem in the back four," Liverpool legend Steve Nicol said on ESPN FC on Saturday. "He has not affected Liverpool either in an attacking sense or in a defensive sense, and we've mentioned it on more than one occasion, so I think it's only right that we say in terms of what he's producing, he was fantastic today. He's a terrier defensively, he was in good positions, he got close to people, he won the ball back. And then of course going forward, he's almost scored with a cracking volley, he set up Curtis Jones for his goals. I mean, what we saw from Kerkez, 100% is the player we thought Liverpool would get, and today he's shown us what he's capable of. So, now let's hope he's taken a step forward and he can get close to that sort of performance every time he steps onto the field. And if he does, not just me but every Liverpool fan will be more than pleased. This is what you get if you play longer together with your teammates," Arne Slot said of Kerkez earlier this month. "This is what you get if you keep playing those players, even if they are maybe and sometimes having moments in games that are not as good as other moments, or games that have not been as good as other games. This is also normal for younger players, and the only thing you can do as a manager is keep trusting them and keep believing in them. We know, we signed him, we saw his potential and we knew, and it already has been shown, that potential will be seen if you keep playing them. I think it is pretty clear you definitely see an improvement," Virgil van Dijk told reporters at Anfield. "He is still so young and is getting used to being a Liverpool player. It is a lot more than kicking a ball on the pitch, especially when the team has been inconsistent. It's not easy to play your best games. But with the help of Robbo, Andy Robertson, and the rest of the team and his own development, I think he is making big progress." What I see is there is a lot to come for him to learn and improve, but that's a good thing. He just has to keep going. He has a lot of energy. When we were young, we were always full of energy. He is eager to learn. Anfield Signal says, Carragher has been excellent lately. It is easy to forget how young he was when he came in, 21 years old. It was always likely to take a period adjustment, but now we are seeing what he is capable of. When is FA Cup 5th round draw? TV channel, live stream, Liverpool ball number. Liverpool is in the hat for the 5th round of the FA Cup after beating Brighton 3-0 on Saturday, thanks to goals from Curtis Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai and Mohamed Salah. Liverpool still has a chance of winning silverware this season after reaching the 5th round of the FA Cup. The Reds are out of the Premier League title race, having slipped 15 points behind Arsenal in first, and have suffered defeat in both the Carabao Cup and the Community Shield. But they have reached the last 16 of the Champions League and remain in the FA Cup. Liverpool tasted victory in the latter competition on Saturday by beating Brighton 3-0 at Anfield, with Curtis Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai and Mohamed Salah all scoring. Arne Slot and his players are now waiting to discover their 5th round opponent. It was a good game, Jones, who was part of the last Liverpool team to win the FA Cup back in 2022, told TNT Sports after Saturday's game. We scored 3 very good goals and a clean sheet as well, and that is all you can ask for. Jones added, it is a season that has obviously not been as good as we'd have liked. You can't go into every game and expect to win. I think the team has gelled, and off the pitch, there is a good bond as well. It is a matter of time before we kick on again. I want to win everything. I know what the fans expect. I know what it is like to play for a team like this, you have to win things. The draw for the 5th round of this season's FA Cup will take place on Monday ahead of the tie between Macclesfield and Brentford. It will be held live from Macclesfield and will take place around 6:35 p.m. local time, 1:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Viewers in the United Kingdom will be able to watch the draw live on TNT Sports 1, TV, and Discovery Plus stream. They will also be able to catch the draw live on the TNT Sports YouTube channel. Viewers in the United States will have to tune into ESPN Plus to watch the draw. Reds fans will need to remember the number 1 that will be Liverpool's ball number in the draw. They should also keep an eye on the number 6 ball, which belongs to Arsenal following the Gunners' emphatic victory against Wigan on Sunday. Number 7 belongs to Chelsea, while Manchester City has been given the number 14 ball. Here are all the ball numbers. Liverpool star throws Jamie Carragher criticism back at him as transfer reality clear. Jamie Carragher has been a vocal critic of Dominic Szoboszlai since the midfielder's move to Liverpool, but the Hungarian is throwing those doubts back in the former defender's face. We all have that one player, don't we? The one who, despite all the evidence to the contrary, you simply can't understand why they're so highly rated. For Jamie Carragher, that player seems to be Dominic Szoboszlai. Although the midfielder was widely praised for his role in Liverpool's title win last season, the former defender instead made no secret that he couldn't see what others were raving about. I'm not Dominic Szoboszlai's biggest fan, Carragher admitted this time last year. But he's got great athleticism. He gets talked about as Liverpool's number 10 and people say he's great off the ball, but he's a number 10 and only scored 3 goals. That wasn't the only time he made it clear he didn't exactly rate the Hungarian. In fact, at one point, he was practically advocating for Morgan Gibbs-White to replace Szoboszlai, a player that could be in the Championship next season if Nottingham Forest isn't careful. Carragher's criticism of the Liverpool star always felt a little strange. After all, Szoboszlai was effectively setting the tone for Arne Slot's title-winning side, with his boundless energy getting the Reds in the perfect position to dominate their opponents. The main gripe seemed to stem from a perceived lack of end product. Yes, he wasn't exactly at Steven Gerrard levels when it came to goals and assists, but when Mohamed Salah was dominating on both of those fronts, should it really have been as big an issue as Carragher was trying to make out? In any case, Szoboszlai has come up with the perfect response this season. In scoring against Brighton on Saturday, he notched up his 10th goal of the season, the first time he has reached double figures for the Reds. In fact, when combined with his 7 assists, he has already equaled his tally of 17 goal involvements from last season in 14 fewer games. Only Hugo Ekitike has scored more goals for Liverpool this season, which throws Carragher's doubts straight back in his face. It's not just the goals or assists though. In what has been a disappointing campaign for the Reds, Szoboszlai has been the one consistent performer. There's practically no doubt among supporters that he has been the player of the season so far, and it will take some effort from one of his teammates to topple him now, and when you've got Sulla claiming he's one of the best players in the world right now, you know you've got a real gem on your hands, which makes the speculation over his future all the more concerning. As always seems to be the case now, Real Madrid is being linked with his services. Given the level Szoboszlai is currently performing at, there are only a very select few clubs who could make a genuine case for taking him off Liverpool's hands. We know all too well about the pull that a move to the Bernabeu has for players. If someone who grew up wanting to captain his boyhood club can be persuaded to make the switch, then you can only imagine what interest from Real could do to a player who has apparently dreamed of a move there. Liverpool obviously has a big priority when it comes to contracts at the moment, given Ibrahima Konate is just a few months away from becoming a free agent. A new deal for Szoboszlai though is becoming more and more urgent. Talks have taken place, although by the player's own admission, no progress has been made. With every passing game, his position in the negotiations is getting stronger and stronger, and Liverpool cannot let a player of his caliber run down his deal. Even if Carragher isn't convinced, he is firmly in the minority. Szoboszlai is Liverpool's new talisman, and the club has to make sure it doesn't lose him.